Hi everyone, I wanted to do a review for you on this riding fly veil. So this particular one is a wild horse rider fly veil. And you can see I've got a bitless bridle, so it may be different for your bridle, but I'll explain how I've set it up for my bridle. So this particular size is actually a large. Now, this horse usually takes a cob size bridle. The reason I got a large in this particular fly veil is just because she's got a really broad forehead. So I opted to get a large just to accommodate the forehead. So you can kind of see it goes the length of the bridle along there. So had I gotten a medium, it wouldn't have covered the whole of the forehead properly. So you can see the length is a little bit long for her. And I've had to do a little bit of modification because I use a side pull bridle. So the first thing I did do is at the very top where the little tab connects to the brow band, I've actually had to extend the tab a little bit. So you can see in there, I've put an extra piece of Velcro on there because I've got a particularly thick brow band. So for a normal size brow band, it'll actually be just fine. So the other thing I had to do was, because I got the large and it's slightly longer for her nose, as you can see, I can't actually, this is the tab that would usually go around the noseband. I can't actually tie it around my noseband because it's quite thick. And my noseband moves a little bit more because it's a side pull. So when I pull on it, it does have some movement to it. So I didn't want anything in there that could affect the movement and make my pony uncomfortable. So what I did instead was I just got a piece of fleece and I sewed it on the very bottom just to prevent chafing and just so it's a little bit more comfortable for her. So in saying that, it didn't cause chafing without it. I just felt like I wanted to have something there on her nose because it's quite low down, but it doesn't affect her. So the way it fixes to the bridle is just various Velcro tabs here. So you can make that as tight as loose if you want, as you want. Couple more over there. There's a big one over here. So depending on what your bridle looks like, this can go, say, around your bit if you were someone with a bit, or a longer bridle on the side with cheek pieces down to the bit. That will then affix to that. So you'll also notice I've got an anatomical bridle, so it sits over the cheek. Now, because of that, this actually pulls the cheek pieces away from the eyes. This is another reason that I had to get a large to accommodate the bigger side angle here. Now, what I love about this fly veil is it doesn't get hot. It's made of nylon mesh, and it's a cooling mesh. It never gets hot. And it's got 70% UV protection. So it's got this little eye dart. So there's 3 on each eye. You can see on that side. Now, this actually doesn't collapse. So even if I kind of push on the eye here, it just springs back. So I really like that. It never actually made contact with her eyes. This retails for $60 or thereabouts. And I've had it the whole of summer, essentially. So we're now heading into autumn. So I've had it for quite a while, and I've not had any issues with it. So you can kind of see what it looks from both sides and from the front. So yes, it's really nice. No issues with it. I prefer this style because it doesn't cover the whole bottom of the horse. It doesn't make them more hot than they need to be. And it just goes down long enough past here so I don't have to try and affix everything to this noseband here and make her uncomfortable by doing that. So this doesn't actually interfere with my bridle's use at all, which I love. So yes, things I don't like, well, I've had to make a little bit of amendment for my own bridle here. Top tab and a little bottom tab here. But it's not things I don't like. I suppose it's just little amendments I've had to make to suit my bridle. So thanks for watching.